YouTube, back with another video. Got another, I think will be a great fight for 2022. I know these guys had a couple words for each other on Twitter or whatnot. I think Isaac is a future star. I see why they call him like a Mike Tyson type of fighter. Ryan Garcia, he's special. He just, he's not active enough. I think a lot of criticism covering him not being active enough. A lot of these guys, you kind of feel like they don't want to lose their O or whatever. I think he's a great fighter. I think he's a very talented fighter. I think Ryan Garcia kind of wasting his talent, to be honest. But to each his own, man. You can't make a man fight or do anything he don't want to do. But I think he should be in the ring. I think he got a lot. He got a ton of fans. Got millions and millions of followers on all platforms. I done watched a couple of his videos. I think he do pretty good videos on YouTube too, man. He clown around a lot with a lot of other YouTubers or whatnot. But it's entertaining. I think he does a really good job on YouTube. But let's break this fight down, man. Do you think? Well, let me ask the question, man. Do you think, you can leave it down in the comments on what you think? Do you think Isaac Cruz has enough to actually beat Ryan Garcia? I think he has the power if he can touch him. The reason why I'm kind of choosing him just to try to see, what could he do to actually beat him? I think a lot of pressure. Ryan Garcia ain't good with pressure. He's not good fighting off the back foot either. I've seen some of his fights where he kind of get discouraged, man. If you backing him up, man, he seemed like he kind of hesitant or whatever. His defense ain't that great. He kind of leave his chin wide open sometimes. He got a lot of power too. I'm not saying that he couldn't win, but I think it'd be a great fight for Ryan Garcia to come back, and I think it'd be a good step-up fight for Cruz too. I think if he could beat a guy like Ryan Garcia, his star status would just be untouchable. I think that both fighters are great in their own way, but I would kind of side with Isaac Cruz because of the power, because of the style. He gave Gervonta, to the naked eye, it looked like he kind of, he gave Gervonta a good run. It looked a lot closer than what it actually was. I did think he got outboxed or whatever. But Isaac Cruz, I think he's like 5'3", and you got 2 inches on here, but he's 5'3", and you got a 5'10" guy. But a fight is a fight. Mike Tyson fought a lot of bigger guys, so a lot taller than he was, so he figured it out. Sometimes a shorter fighter is very hard to fight, man, because they can get even lower. And so if you want to punch him, you got to punch like low. You almost punching below your knees. So that could play a big role in Isaac Cruz kind of getting close to him. But let's take the test, man. I want to see if I can actually get him on the game. Some of the things I think he'll do. I think a lot of pressure, just like he did Tank Davis. I think he got the power. I think he'll do a lot of body shots. He'll test the chin, the defense of Ryan Garcia. But Ryan Garcia, on the other hand, he has a lot. He's very fast, and he got a lot of power too. So if he can throw some uppercuts, I think shorter fighters, you throw uppercuts, you get them off of you, throw the jab. If he could be just a sharp boxer, I think he can get the job done as well. I may do a reversal roll on here too. A lot of times I do that with certain fights that I think is 50-50. I think this would be a 50-50 fight. So I may go back and do a video with Ryan Garcia as being the winner. And some of the things that he could do, some of the advantages. Obviously, the height and reaches and the speed, it could play a big role. But yeah, let's get into this video, man. Follow me on all social media platforms that I'm on. Links will be down in the description below. I also have merch at taichi.com, so please go check that out, man. It's dope stuff. Go check out my Instagram page. I got a lot of cool stuff on both pages. I'm also on Twitch, so go check. I got a lot more boxing content on there and just kind of goofing around and stuff like that. And I also got a card channel too. So all of that stuff will be in the link below. Please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know who you want to see, why you want to see it, who you think will win even in this breakdown. Let me know about, if I made a mistake on anything, or if you want to kind of challenge what I'm kind of saying or whatever. I want to hear your opinion You know, I think it'd be very cool to kind of get into a debate. But guys, please hit the like button. It's good for the algorithm of YouTube. It lets my video be shared more, seen more, and if we can grow the channel together, I can do more with the channel. But like I said, I give shout out to anybody that viewed my channel. I don't care if it's for a second. It's doing very, very well for me. Not have been on YouTube long, and I'm still learning, and just getting better. So let's get into this video and see what happens.
Good evening, everybody. Glad you've made the decision to be with us. Alongside Teddy App. See if they go the full 12 tonight. Trying to go downstairs, but off target.
I see it. Like what I see in there.
Teddy, I'm assuming many times in your career, you were training a fighter who did not have the reach compared to his opponent. When you were training him in the build-up to that fight, what did you try to cement into his head?
The one thing that I had told him is something I had to tell myself, is that we had options. The first was, of course, the traditional way. Tuck up good defensively, move your head, and work your way in. Slip a punch, and now all of a sudden you're closer. You take his height away. The other is to step up and get sort of entice the taller fighter to come in and be short.
Good block by Bulldog. Now committing to that jab, straight hand, and it works out. A headshot blocked. Good scoring shot. It was a straight right. Targeting that head with the combination punching. He clinches when he gets to the inside. Cruz is putting forth a great combination there. Well timed by Bulldog. He took a step back, landed the counter punch.
Exactly what he wanted to do.
Garcia's hit by a counter punch there. Final 10 seconds of round number 1. Nice strike after catching one by Bulldog. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down blue or red corner what he did early. Because sometimes the judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Comes right back with some offense of his own. Garcia's giving his opponent headaches here now. He's throwing punches, but he's able to block them away. Accurate jab brings the right hand. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Nice work. Halfway through round number 2. Block that time. It was intended to the head. And he's holding. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Took a shot. Now he gives a left. Final 10 seconds of round number 2. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Gotta be accurate to send the combination to the body, and he does that. Not able to land the headshot. He had his eyes set on the uppercut, but was unable to land it. They both decide to bring it. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Cruz is keeping his guard up very, very well. Teddy, does it help to have the speed that he has?
Sure. Anytime you have speed and you can put it into the equation where whatever you're doing, it has to be technically right, but now you put speed, you're doing it even better. You're doing it at a higher level.
Unable to make an impact there by Garcia. Here's the old 1-2 coming after him. Didn't get it done going to the body there.
How you feeling? You're not winning this fight. You're not winning.
Start of round number 4 as we look at Teddy's scorecard. I think this is pretty much what we expected. We thought it would be a good, fair, competitive, balanced fight, and it's even so far.
No, not much to separate the two fighters. Right now, both of them working on the outside using the jab. I think it's going to come down to this one guy decide to have a more educated jab. Maybe hook off and do something a little bit more with that jab.
You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. A nice block by Garcia. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. 90 seconds to go in round number 4. Cruz is able to avoid that punch. Cruz's defense. Is it ever good? Look at how easy he's able to block those punches. Bulldog's doing well here with that 2-punch combination. Able to cover up that gut. And he engages in the clinch. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. 10 seconds to go in the 4th. And this round comes to an end. Good action here tonight. Both guys bringing their best, and both guys meeting each other stride for stride, punch for punch. Tough fight to score here as we're back underway. Bulldog's not firing off the big power punches. I gotta wonder why.
Sometimes a guy is making a solid agreement in his mind that maybe if I don't hit him hard, he won't hit me hard back. He's not confident enough now to throw the punches without worrying about what will come back at him.
Look at that combination by Bulldog. with the left hand. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round.
Keep moving. Gotta see those coming.
If there was a baseball umpire around, he'd call that a strikeout by Garcia.
Keep moving.
Took a go of it to the body, but came up empty. Garcia is showing us a real solid skill set here with his head moves. Teddy, how much of that is just natural athletic ability and instincts, and how much of that is being trained?
Well, most of it's trained well. If I take a guy off the street, Joe, and he hasn't been taught anything, he's going to throw punches. But usually he's not going to have a good defense. That's something that has to be attained. That's something that has to be taught. This guy has been taught good defensive fundamentals.
Flush right hand to the head. He just missed that shot up top. Cruz is the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches.
Keep your feet moving.
And yet another right hand lands. And now he's targeting upstairs and just grabbing onto his opponent. And now he's acting like a fighter, coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Good work defensively by Bulldog. Plus, he landed that counter punch.
Yeah, and he forced him to punch. He made him, he drew it out of him, and then he timed him beautifully.
That's what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Garcia. Bulldog's showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. Garcia's trainer right now is telling him, hey, we can pull this fight out. You may be trailing. There's not much left, but it's still there. You can still go out there and get this win. Bulldog's showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Garcia's got to be asking himself, at least his corner's got to be asking, can this go on like this? Can we continue to work at this work rate, throwing this many punches, and be this ineffective?
So if he was a painter, he definitely wouldn't be Rembrandt because, you know, they're not clean strokes. They're not strokes that, you know, you look at them and they're paid off for. I mean, he's more like doing finger paints. I mean, he's just throwing stuff at that canvas, and it's not looking real pretty right now.
At the halfway point of round 7. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Boy, sharp two-punch combination by Bulldog. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand.
That's okay, man. Go. Whoop, whoop.
And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. Cruz is really making some boxing purists out there put a smile on their face because his defense has been stellar. I mean, so fundamentally sound.
Yeah, well, that's why he always goes rounds, and that's why people think he has an iron chin. I don't know if he has an iron chin because the chin never gets touched. He's a guy that's always going rounds because his defense is so good.
And we come to the end of the round.
Dominating this fight. Keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing.
Teddy, the start of round number 8 here, as we look at your scorecard, Cruz has got himself a slight lead, but still a lot of time to go here. He can't let off the gas pedal.
No, that would be the worst thing. Part of why he's ahead here is because he's on that gas pedal. What I mean by that, Joe, is his offense is keeping the guy at a certain range where he doesn't want to take chances. He doesn't want to do anything. He needs to keep that offense going.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. Little volume punching to the body there. Seconds to go, halfway through round 8. Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging. Ooh! Couldn't hit the elusive target with that straight right. Garcia's got to be moving more than this thing. I mean, you cannot win a fight just standing stationary with it.
Well, you know, if his opponent could have.
Oh, and there you go. And he is down. He is down for the first time tonight. Garcia's corner needs to really get to their man after this round. They need to treat him after that knockdown. They also need to give him some sound advice. What's the advice you give him?
Well, first of all, if they're going to get the chance to get to him, he better move his head. But the advice I would give him is, hey, you go out this next round and you kill some time. Tie him up a little bit right from the beginning. Don't worry about losing the early part of the fight or the early part of the round. Just get yourself back together.
Well targeted two-punch combo by Garcia. End of the round there, a round in which we did see the knockdown. And Teddy, when a fighter comes back to the corner, having just been floored, typically how are they acting? What are you seeing out there?
Just imagine you just walked into a room and somebody hit you from behind. You dropped. You're afraid to go in that room again. So put a light on in that room and explain to him why he got dropped. He will not be afraid to go back in that room.
Went to the body there, but unable to connect. Garcia is basically doing exactly what we've always seen out of him, and that's after he's been knocked down and affected in this fight.
Yeah, you know, there comes a time you have to make adjustments. That time has come for him.
Well, you can see what he wanted to do there, but unable to land that body shot. Nice work, the left hand to the head. Cruz's combination punching is working well here. Bulldog's doing a good job of putting his punches together. His opponent's got to be wondering, how do I stop this?
Well, right now, you made a good point there, because right now his opponent is wondering too much. You know, he's just busy blocking the punches, wondering about the combinations. He's not getting off.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Cruz. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. He gets hit, but he gives it right back. body shot. Final chance, last 10 seconds of round 9. Cruz has always been thought of as a very well-rounded fighter. Tonight we are seeing one specific part of his game that's dominating, and that is precise, accurate, clean, and effective punching.
Yeah, and I would argue that you see it in another part. You see in his intellect. You see how smart he is. Because everything is designed to land. He's placing shots beautifully.
Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. And you can see he wanted to do that as he holds on there. Garcia has got those earmuffs on. He's got his hands tight against his body. But Teddy, still, he falls victim to that big hook. He turned things around, and now his opponent has to be asking himself questions.
Yeah, he's got to be saying, what do I have to do to get rid of this guy?
Both men digging in with uppercuts. And we've reached the halfway point of round 10. What an excellent two-punch combo by Garcia. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Cruz. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Garcia's got something to think about now. He just threw a punch and had one coming right back at him. His opponent scored well with the counter. Counting down towards the end of the 10th round, 10 seconds to go. The old-timers love that right there. The right hand and the left hook to the head. And that's the end of round 10. Garcia is looking like an absolute mess as we start round number 11 here. And the scorecard proves it to be true.
Yeah, tell us the story. But guess what? It's a short story. He's losing.
Badly. A nice, crisp hook after him. Did you see that? Oh, and now the real test. Can he get up after going down a second time? Garcia's back up on his feet. What will he look like in the next few moments of this fight? That's the big question. Nice block by Bulldog. He's getting him into position there. You can see him backing him up against the ropes. Move out of there, come. He missed with that headshot. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Bulldog. That is exactly what the corner wanted to see. A good combination punch by Bulldog. Cruz's hand speed is the difference here. I mean, that's what that combination was all about.
Yeah, purely speed. He just got off faster, sooner.
And now just wasting away some time with that clinch. Bulldog's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. All that hard work in training camp, all those hours in the gym. Right now, between rounds, Cruz is grabbing one last breath before he goes out and does it again. It's paying off.
Yeah, right now he's glad he got up at 5 o'clock in the morning. He wasn't then, but now he's glad he got up at 5 in the morning and ran those 5 miles.
You got this one. Keep moving.
Fine fundamentals, good counterpunch. Oh, he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Right back to the midsection. Good block there by Bulldog. Garcia showing us some of those survival tactics that he's picked up as a pro. Was knocked down earlier, and now he's in survival mode.
And that's exactly where he needs to be. Everyone.
Wow, nice flush left. What a big shot. Roll the scorecards out. Garcia is down and looks to be out. Cruz is gunned down yet another opponent, a knockout victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, by knockout,
As we saw, he was up on your scorecard throughout the evening. Bulldogs now a winner by knockout.
Listen, you want to win, you want to get to a title, you want to be successful, but you want to make money. And this is one way to ensure you're going to make money, scoring knockouts.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us, everyone.